Welcome, everyone. Good morning, India. Good morning, good evening, USA friends. We heartily welcome everyone. Thank you for joining this wonderful sessions. We almost reached the milestone 15th day, which is like a big milestone which we have already reached. And we are learning a lot from different masters. That's so great that we are so we should be very gratitude to each and everyone who are helping us to gain this knowledge. Thank you, everyone. And today is another wonderful session. So first, as usual, we'll be doing our welcome song with a young and energetic boy, followed by meditation. And then we'll do the meditation wisdom sharing by the master, and followed by Q&A. If you have any questions anywhere in this time frame, please make sure to post it in the chat or in the group so that one of our team member will be answering your questions. Thank you. And with that, I'll introduce Rishank, who is a very young and energetic master who is helping us to start the session. He is an 8th grader. He's from Dallas, Texas, Frisco. He has been learning this Indian classical music since he was 4 years old. He's pursuing Carnatic classic as well as Hindustani music. So we welcome you, young master. Please help us to listen to your beautiful music song.
Namaskar. Saraswati namostute Sharade Vidya Prade Saraswati namostute Sharade Vidya Prade Saraswati namostute Sharade Vidya Prade Saraswati Namostute. Karadhruta veena pustaka, karadhruta veena pustaka, varamani mala alankruta, karadhruta veena pustaka, varamani mala alankruta. Sarima pada pama pada sa ni da pa mari sa ni da sa sarima pada da pa pada sa ni da pa mari sa ni sarima pada sari mari sa ni da pa mari sari sa ni da. Saraswati namostute Sharade Vidya Prade Saraswati namostute. Narahari Sutta Vidhilalita Navamaniyuta Kambugale. Narahari Sutta Vidhilalita Navamaniyuta Kambugale. Surasevita Padayugale. Surasevita Padayugale. Surasevita Padayugale. Sudhakara Samadhavale. Surasevita Padayugale. Sudhakara Samadhavale. Surasevita Padayugale. Sudhakara kara samadhavale sari ma pada pa ma pada sa ni da pa ma ri sa ni sa sari ma pada pa ma pada sa ni da pa ma ri sa ni sari ma pada sari ma ri sa ni da pa ma ri sa ni da Saraswati namostute Sarade Vidyaprade Saraswati Namostute Namostute.
Thank you so much. That was such a wonderful way of giving us this pleasant time. Thank you. Thank you. And now we'll hand over to Srijana and the team to do the meditation, and then we'll continue the next part. Thank you, everyone. Please sit comfortably.
Thank you, Kalpana. Vrishank, I'm a fan of yours every day. I'm becoming a bigger fan of you. Thank you so much for the wonderful start you give to these sessions. Really grateful. So young and so melodious. Dear friends, let's start our meditation today. Let's sit comfortably. And if you wear glasses, please remove them. And relax your body. And sit as comfortable as possible. Either in Sukhasana, or if you're sitting on a chair, you can cross your feet. Gently clasp your fingers. And slowly close your eyes. Let's take a deep breath and exhale it all out through your mouth. Let's take one more deep breath. Exhale. Now mentally scan your body to see if there is any more room to relax further. Do you feel any tightness? Or do you feel like you're holding any part? Just scan it one more time. From feet, ankles, calf, calves, thighs, abdomen area, lower back, chest and upper back. Relax your shoulders. We usually tend to carry a lot of tightness around there. Relax your neck, your face, forehead, and eyebrows and eyes. Slowly bring your attention to your breath. The easy, natural, normal flow of the breath. And we know if any thoughts come, we just need to bring out our breath. Continue to observe your breath, the natural, normal flow of the breath. Find yourself thinking about anything, just bring your attention back to the breath. Everything else can wait. is our Guru. Our breath is our guiding light. Simply by observing each inhalation and exhalation, we can go deep within. If any thoughts cross your mind, simply deny the attention to the thoughts and come back to the breath. Last 10 minutes. yours. Last 5 minutes. Friends, last 2 minutes. Now slowly bring your attention back to your surroundings. Bring your awareness back to your body. There is no rush. Take your own time. Gently wiggle your toes. Wiggle your fingers. Keep your eyes closed. And unclasp your fingers. And place them on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now gently open your eyes at your own time with a big, big smile.
Thank you, Srijana. Thank you so much. It was such a wonderful meditation. It was a very deep meditation too. Thank you. Thank you. So let's go to the next segment where we have our experience sharing master, Jansi. She is from Dallas again. She was born and brought up in Andhra Pradesh from India. She completed her MBA and working as a HR. Currently, Jansi and her husband are in Dallas. She has been practicing breath meditation for the last 1.5 years. And she also started doing the parental. She is pregnant now. She is taking care of how to handle the spiritual, to bring the spiritual baby back to this wonderful world. So Jansi, welcome to the session. Please share your experience.
Thank you, Kalpana. Thank you so much. Namaste. Good evening and good morning, everyone. My Atma Pranams to my parents and our beloved Guruji, Brahmarshi Pitamaha Subhash Patriji. Myself, Jhansi Rani. I am delighted to talk to all of you today. A little background about me. I was born and brought up in a town named Jayanagaram of Andhra Pradesh in a state in India. And I was a HR by profession. Currently, I'm not working, and we recently moved to Dallas. Coming to this meditation, I have been doing breath meditation for the past 1.5 years. I was initially introduced to this meditation from one of the senior pyramid masters, Seema Subhash, from my native place, like many years ago. However, I was not very mature to understand that time the importance and significance of the pyramid meditation, breath meditation, how they are doing. I was that time I was not able to understand, and again I was again reintroduced the same breath meditation by my cousin Chandrika after I moved to Dallas. As I mentioned earlier, like I have been regularly meditating from the past 1.5 years. So for all of us, there is a trigger to enter meditation. For me, like I am a very social person, and I had a very large circle of family and friends back in India. However, once I moved to the US, I had very few people to talk here, and I felt very lonely here. And after that, like me and my husband were planning for a child. We had no success, and I had a tough time earlier, both physically and emotionally. My emotional state was not that good, and I was facing some challenges and went back to a dark space. That was when I decided, I started doing practicing meditation like regularly. Like many of you in the call, like I also attended earlier a 21-day meditation program, and that got me hooked to meditation, and I have not stopped since that day. Apart from that, like I'm attending wisdom sessions through Zoom and listening to different masters' experiences. Like this is the part of my practice in the meditation. Like I just wanted to go in the spiritual path, so I'm also attending in person meditation sessions, which are actually organized in and around Dallas, like Sajjana Sangatya, through many masters' experiences, so that we can able to learn more, we can able to listen more experiences from the different people, which are really helpful for me. and I can make many friends in the US now, and many people who care for me. And I feel like connected to myself now, and I'm slowly coming. I slowly came out of that situation, and now I feel like I have become more content, and meditation has helped me in gaining control over my emotions, and I feel that there is a purpose in to my life, and now I'm like, as I said, like emotionally in a better state now, and my life has become fulfilling. By God's grace, with the blessings of all masters, and currently I'm 8 months pregnant now. I will be able to welcome a great soul, a new soul into this world. I'm very grateful for it. Like I could able to control my emotions now. Like I'm emotionally in a better state, I could say. As you all know, pregnancy involves like overload of emotions. I feel hungry, angry, and sorry for all these emotions. At the same time, moreover, like I don't have a family support. Like my parents are in India, so they are not able to visit us because of some visa issues. So here, me and my husband are managing all the household chores. In this state of emotional imbalance, meditation has helped me to organize my thoughts and keep me sane, keep me stable. So, like in my point of view, like every day is learning day. I keep learning from the experienced masters and different masters experiences from the YouTube. Like thank God that there is a more content from the YouTube. Like we can learn from that. We can sit from that experiences. So after listening to different masters experiences and their speeches, like I was very interested and wanted to follow their footsteps. And again, I recommended a book called Spiritual Parenting, which is in Telugu, Dhyana Matrutvam, which was written by our senior master again, Devi Chakagaru. And that taught me like techniques such as pre-birth communication, like how to communicate with the baby in the womb, and how to how to behave in this period, like how to control our emotions, how to um, communicate with the baby. There are techniques such as like that taught me like techniques, so that's really helpful. And I would say like it's highly recommended that book to all expecting mothers, like anyone in general. And after that, like I learned this meditation after 30 years in my life, but I will teach my baby meditation from the day one, and my baby has a head start which makes me very happy. So in my opinion, everyone should inculcate the meditation and spiritually in their day-to-day life. This will help anyone elevate people from humans. So after attending these group sessions, like there are masters, they are really helpful here, and they have recommended good books like which are really helpful in this pregnancy time. Those are, as I said, Dhyana Matrutvam, and one more book is Super Kids. And I started reading Untold Story of Sita also, which they are really helpful. Those books can change our thoughts. So I learned so many things from the different masters. Now I'm able to control everything like in my life. Like I'm trying to learn. Still, every day is a learning day for me. That's like I just wanted to recommend everyone this book also, and it might be like again the meditation. This will be helpful like anyone, and it might be difficult to do that start. Like even I felt the same. Like initially I started doing like for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and after that I gradually increased and like increased the time also. So when I can able to sit for a long time, that will be best. Like if we spend some time for a day, in a day, like gradually we can increase. So it's really helped me a lot. Like as I came here after coming to Dallas, like I faced these issues. Now I'm able to overcome all those situations. It's really helpful. And that's it about my experience. Thank you, Kalpana and the Grand Meditation Magic Team and Pyramid Valley International for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Hope you all have a good day ahead. Over to Kalpana.
Thank you, Jansi. That was such a wonderful sharing. I know it was, personally, we saw you, so we know how you were doing the spiritual parenting. So good luck for you. And thank you once again, Srijana, Rishank, and Jansi for giving these wonderful wisdom sharing. And now we'll move on to the next segment, which is about this wisdom sharing from Pruthvi. As you all know, Pruthvi is a PhD scholar in subject psychoneuroimmunology. With her understanding, as we know, she has done that 97% of diseases are psychosomatic. She started to focus on how to heal the mind. So meditation was the first practice which she felt like with the help of meditation, you can heal anything, you can heal the mind. So even though she started little in 17 or 17, but still she says, I like the way she says that physical health benefit is just a byproduct of meditation. So that's today she wants to share, she will be sharing us more about this knowledge, wisdom. So let's all welcome Pruthvi. Pruthvi, the stage is all yours. Please go ahead. Let me.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kalpana, ma'am. Thank you so much. So, namaste to everyone. Till now, I was struggling with my laptop, so I'm a little tensed. I was juggling with should I attend from phone or from the laptop. Anyway, at the last minute, the laptop got fixed. Thanks to everyone. And so today, it's a very, very, very important topic, that is psychosomaticity. This is the subject that brought me into meditation and connected me to spirituality. So first of all, how my journey started into this was when I was falling sick. What we usually do when we fall sick, we go and take appointments with doctors, right? But I was sick of taking appointments with doctors. So I said, I'll take an appointment with myself, and sat with myself and asked why I was falling sick. That's when this book, The Biology of Belief, came into my life. This book turned my life completely in 360 degrees. Till this book came to me, I was believing in fate. I thought that, the God has decided that I have to go through something, and I don't have a choice. I have to just live it. But this book very scientifically slapped me and said, you are a fool. You are creating everything that you are experiencing. From then on, my belief system and my body has changed completely. It's been 4 years that I have read this book. After reading this book, I haven't popped a single medicine, even when I was down with COVID. That's how it has changed. That's how much impact this book has done to me. And now I know that I create my reality. So this subject, psychosomaticity, is mind and body connection. So we all think that mind and body are two different things, but they are not. The mind is completely within the body. How? We will understand that in today's topic. So let me share my screen quickly. Just give me a minute. Kalpana ma'am, can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we can see you, Pruthvi.
Okay, thank you. So psychosomaticity is the mind in the body. Everything is interconnected. The mind is very, very closely interconnected. So today we will be talking about the science of it, and also we will look at what Vedas say about this topic. In Veda, it says, Ya mati sa gatir bhavet, means as you think, so shall be your destiny. If you put a diamond in a box, it becomes a jewelry box. If you put trash in it, it becomes a trash can. So what we will become depends on the kind of thoughts, concepts, and beliefs that we store in our head. And one more saying from Veda is, Yad bhavam tat bhavet. You are what you believe. This is such a strong saying, which is very closely connected to psychosomaticity. What we believe, what we think, and our personality attitude is how we be, and that's how our reality will be. So, where does the thought come from? We say thoughts create reality, right? First of all, where does the thought come from? It comes from our core beliefs about our own self and the world around us. This generates the thoughts, and thoughts generate the feelings, and feelings gives rise to the behavior, that is the action that we do. The repeated actions or the behavior becomes our personality. So what we are totally depends on the core beliefs that we carry. Now the question is, from where does these core beliefs come to us? The core beliefs comes to us since the childhood, especially in the childhood, because that is when the subconscious mind starts getting built. So the messages that we get in our childhood, we have internalized them as the truth. Like, I need to be good enough. I need to be coming first rank in the school. I have to work hard. Making money is struggle. I'm not good enough. So all these beliefs we have internalized as truth from our childhood, and it is within us like a core belief. And there are also some of the inner beliefs that comes from our experiences. Like, for example, if you regularly engage with the thought that you are a failure and you keep feeding your attention to it, you will start to feel down, you will start feeling worthless, and perhaps you feel discouraged and depressed also. With that feeling, how will your body be? It will sulk down, it will slump, your shoulders slump, and you project no confidence at all. So one thought, one belief completely changes your physiology, your body, your action, and what you do. So thoughts gives rise to the feelings that we feel, and the feelings gives rise to the actions that we do, and actions gives rise to the result, that is the reality that we experience. So there are some of the personalities. As I said, the repeated behavior becomes the personality. Because of these core beliefs and the personalities that we carry, there are some of the physiological disorders that happen, which we call it as psychosomatic disorder. So some of them I have just given few examples here. You can just see it here. Person who has dependency personality will usually have asthma, and people who have aggression, ambitious, are very having heart diseases, and compulsive and perfectionists usually have migraine, and rheumatoid arthritis is all about self-sacrificing and inhibited personality that you see. So some of the disorders that we see are having the root cause in the mindset, in the personality, in the beliefs that they carry. So this is just another example how other emotions result in our health issues, especially when we have a lot of grief and when we feel that we are not worth of love, and when we feel that when we haven't given up the memories and we have unforgiven memories in the heart, we are prone to heart diseases. Likewise, anger, anxiety, resentment, repressed anger, all of this result in one or the other physiological disorders. So in today's world, almost 97 to 98% of the diseases that we see are psychosomatic. This is a very important thing that we need to actually think about, because everything is starting in the mind and it is getting manifested in the body, which shows up in the body. So what is a belief? A belief is a thought that you keep thinking. It is your choice whether to think about it or not. So keep thinking what you really want. Thinking makes it so. Yad bhavam tat bhave. Yamathi sa gatir bhave. Whatever you think, you give your attention to, that will be in your reality. So there's a very fine line difference between a thought and thinking. Usually a person will have about 60 to 70,000 thoughts in a day. But are all those thoughts affecting us? No. The thought to which we give attention to will have an impact. So according to the research, 70% of the thoughts that we have are negative because of our conditioning. We have been conditioned to live in the survival mode. So 70% of them are negative, but we have a choice whether to give our attention to it or not. So the major difference between a thought and thinking is added attention. Your attention makes it thinking. When you engage yourself in thinking, you're energizing the thought. And that is what you are going to experience. So in medical terminologies, if I have to talk, then belief system is having two different kind of effects. One is placebo effect and another is nocebo effect. If you believe something is going to give you a positive result, it is called placebo. For example, when you have a body pain or a headache, you pop a pill, you take a pill, and you have a belief that taking a pill is going to ease your pain. But really, that pill pharmacologically will not make much difference in your body. But the belief that you are having that taking a pill will ease my pain is actually giving the effect. That is called placebo effect. Similarly, nocebo effect is something that you believe is harmful, is dangerous, or it's threatening, which is actually not. But if you believe it in that way, it is going to result in that way. For example, we are made to believe that cancer is an incurable disease, but that's not the truth. We are made to believe it. As soon as we hear the word cancer, there's a fear within us, and we start, behaving in a very different way, where our physiology gets start to worsen up and our condition worsens up. So that is called nocebo effect, having harmful effect. Whereas cancer is nothing, just like another disease which can be cured easily. And this is a very interesting psychological disorder, which usually is the reason for most of us falling sick, because it's called factitious disorder. This occurs when physical or psychological symptoms are intentionally produced or pinched to gain attention. Most of the time, what happens is we want some attention from people. We think we lack something, and we are not enoughly cared or loved. So to draw somebody's attention, we fall sick. And most of the time, the fevers and the common headaches are the actual factitious disorders. So attention is the most important thing that we need to actually look at. So people are usually unaware of these patterns. They really don't know what is their personality, what is their belief system, what are their thought patterns. They are totally usually unaware of it, because we are usually in the autopilot mode, always being reactive to situations that are happening around us. We are not really conscious. We are not really choosing the thoughts that we need to think. So attention, as I told you, attention makes it all the difference. There are 70,000 thoughts in your head. It will be something about good, something about bad. But where you put your attention to which thought, that gets manifested, that gets energized, and that will decide how you will think, how you will feel, how your body is going to react, and how your behavioral reality will be. Where attention goes, energy flows, and the results show. Remember this very carefully. Where attention goes, your energy flows, and that is where the results show. So all this time I talked about the attention. Who really is directing your attention is the biggest question that you need to think upon. So this picture explains it all. The people, circumstances are things around us, especially these days, the mobile phones, technology, all these things are directing our attention. We are not in the control of our attention. Our attention is drawn with all these things. So unfortunately, most of the time, you tend to give the authority of directing your awareness, your attention to the people, things, and circumstances that are around you. That means you are letting this surrounding your environment to direct your attention, and you don't have the control over your attention. So if your attention is all over the place, then your energy is going all over the place. The very reason why we meditate is to gain energy and to be aware of the thought to which we need to energize. So if our attention is all over the place, our energy is all over the place, and we are letting our environment to control our reality, people around us will decide how I have to be feeling, what I have to be experiencing. My family members, my friends, and people with whom I work, They will decide how I am going to work if I am giving all the authority of directing the attention, of directing my attention. So this in science we call it as epigenetics, means environment controlling us. So you have unconsciously let your environment to create your reality. Now, if you think that you have let the environment, the surroundings have created the reality that you're experiencing, it is time to take the responsibility of creating your reality as you want it. So how do we take the responsibility of creating our reality? Is first of all, you need to understand what responsibility is. Responsibility is to, first of all, accept the fact that even if you have let your surrounding, your environment create your reality, you have created that. You have given the permission to the environment to create the reality that you are experiencing. So first of all, accept the fact of your reality that you're experiencing right now, and then act with consciousness, with awareness. That is the first step to create the reality consciously. Second step is to practice silence. Silence will help us to see very clearly what are our patterns, the thought pattern, the belief system, the personality that we are carrying. If we don't sit with our own self, if we don't give time and be with our own self in silence, we will never see our own patterns, because these patterns are in the subconscious and unconscious minds. It is not in the conscious. So to see these patterns in the subconscious and the unconscious, we need to get to that stillness. Silence will help us to get to that stillness and see our own behaviors as they are, without any judgments, with total acceptance of the personality that we are already carrying. And the third step is conscious creation through intention. Intentions are nothing but the thought, the deepest desire to live the life that we want to live. We all desire to live a healthy, happy, prosperous life, right? That is the core desire. And intentions come from our core desires. So have very strong intentions, and then meditate, accept your old patterns, see it very clearly, and start creating the reality that you really want to experience consciously. And you can also authentically create through intuition. Intuition, as we saw in the very first week, intuition is nothing but a sincere, serious observation. Through observation, you will see things very, very clearly. You will see that you have been controlled by people around you, by circumstances around you, and you will start taking actions, taking the responsibility back to yourself to direct your attention. You will see things, you will understand things very clearly when you get into that stillness and into that silence. Your intuition will be maximum. So you get into the self-observation mode and ask yourself, who am I? Usually we think that we are our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs that we carry. But with self-observation, we get into deepest observation, asking the question, how am I the thoughts, beliefs, and the actions that I do, that I believe in, that I think? And through observation, you will understand that you are not the thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. Observation will help you to see things very clearly. So observe your thoughts, don't believe them. In this picture, you can see that being in your thoughts is like swimming in the water, but observing your thoughts is like sailing on the boat and seeing those waves. There's distance that you create between your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. And you will know that you are the awareness, you are the consciousness, you are the creator of all those thoughts and emotions that are around you. To this picture, you are not your thoughts. Your thoughts, feelings, emotions are not who you really are. And then you get into a self-realization mode where you will understand that you are the creator of your thoughts, beliefs, and actions, which will make you understand that you are the creator. So this chart, it is showing the difference between the limiting beliefs and the empowering beliefs. Usually the core beliefs that we carry are usually the limiting beliefs. It is like, I am a victim of the circumstances, or life happens to me and I live in a scarcity, obstacles hold me back. So these are the limiting beliefs that are in our core beliefs, which stops us from being a creator. Now is the time that you take the responsibility, accept things as they are, become more aware, and direct your attention to empowering beliefs and say that I create my own reality. Life happens for me. I live in abundance. There's always enough for me. So obstacles help me grow. Starting before I'm ready leads to success. It's easy, and everybody will help me to create the reality that I want to live. So direct your attention to these empowering beliefs so that you will create miracles with miraculous thoughts. You are the creator. You are the master. You are the God. So I don't have to say anything after this. It is the high time for all of us to understand that this moment, right now, we need to make a choice whether to be a victim of the circumstances or to be a creator of the reality that we want to experience. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you.
Thank you, Pruthvi. That was really an excellent presentation which you have done. It's empowering us by listening. It's like goosebumps are coming on for me when I was listening. The last slide, it was such wonderful thing. Very nice, very nice. And I love the formula where you said, if you take any responsibility, please accept it and act with awareness. Really, such a wonderful wisdom which you have shared with us. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Friends, now the stage is for any question and answer to Pruthvi. If you have any questions, please raise your hand or post the question in the chat window so that yeah, Ashok sir has raised. Okay, let me unmute you, sir, so you can ask the question.
Thank you, Prithviji. Excellent presentation. My gratitude to you. It's really, really awesome. Now, I'll tell you that I have been suffering in my childhood. I am at the moment 70 years of age. In the childhood, when I was just 10 years, I started feeling pain. And later on, I had many attacks, three attacks in 1965, 69, and 71. So it was diagnosed rheumatoid arthritis. And now my daughter is also having the same problem. She has been diagnosed as I think sarcolic. But what is that joint in the hips? Some joint is there, that arthritis. So she is in Chicago, and her hip joint has also been replaced. Now my and her BLA 27 is positive. My BLA 27 is positive. So it is in the DNA. It is in the DNA. So I want to understand if it has come from the our forefathers or foremothers, then the relationship between mind and the DNA, because you have told that it is in the mind. Rheumatoid arthritis, the result is in the mind, inflammation of the body. But what has happened, I have also written a 3-page story. If I am allowed, I can share on my Telegram group how I could come out of this problem. I have lived about 80-90% good life right from 1975-76, when I was around 22, 23 years old, and I have been suffering from pain, but I have never taken any medicine. I took 4 years, I took aspirin, because at that time rheumatism was not the medical science. It was not a particular medical science. So I want to know, first of all, my question is whether it has a biological relationship and this thoughts relationship, because if it is in my DNA, so that probably the thoughts of the past lives. I don't know if we can correlate with that. This is one question, and I will just sum up, because others must also get a chance to ask questions. And the second is that I am just listening to the book Power of Now. They say that the thoughts, the feelings generate thoughts. Now, I think some correlationship is there between the feelings, thoughts, and the belief system. So I don't want to analyze much on this issue, but I think you can throw some light.
Got it. So firstly, the first question that you asked is some of the things are in the DNA.
Yeah.
So I talked about this book, right? The Biology of Belief.
Okay.
This book, the author is Dr. Bruce Lipton. He's a cell biologist. He very clearly has explained in this book that we are not our genetics. We are beyond genetics, because our DNA, our DNA will have all kinds of genes, from the cancer gene to rheumatoid arthritis gene to all the kinds of diabetes gene. All genes will be there in one DNA. But what switches on that gene is our thought, belief, and perception. It's our environment. Okay, so again, our DNA, whatever is being expressed, is nothing but our own belief system that expresses or turns on that gene. So if you are having any issues with diabetes, you have turned on that gene with all your personality characters. Sir, you are on mute, Ashok sir.
You want to say that my belief system and my resilience could control this disease, but my daughter's belief system is not able to control. She is not able to control rheumatoid problem. So you want to say this?
So it's more than controlling. Any disease. What I personally believe is any physical disease that we experience comes to us to teach a lesson, to show us that we have certain patterns and behaviors. So first of all, we need to accept it. That's the reason why I stressed on the fact that we need to accept our own patterns. We don't have to change it with positivity and make it a toxic thing. We need to, first of all, accept it, see it very clearly, and then just seeing it, accepting it, the change happens, healing happens. Nothing has to be done. So maybe a better understanding about their own belief system, their own patterns will help them to heal faster.
Another one small question.
Yeah.
You say that then we should start acting according to our. We should understand first of all our patterns of thoughts, and then we should. So many times there can be a relationship problem further. It can aggravate because then we'll start saying no. No, maybe to the right thing we will start saying no. So then the relationship problem also starts. But then we should continue to say no, or we should try to manage how to say no.
You don't have to say no. That's why I said acceptance. Accept it as it is and see it as it is. Usually what happens is we want to run away from the unpleasant experiences. We don't want pain in our life. We don't want to feel the pain. But pain is for a reason. The physical disorders are for a reason. So we need to be with it. We need to feel the pain, see the pain as it is. We don't have to run away or say no to it. Only by being with it, only by feeling the pain, we can heal it.
My question is that we are living in a family. We are living with the friends. We are working in an organization. So if we correct ourselves, which should be done, then others probably have not corrected themselves, and there can be a relationship problem which can be aggravated further. That is my question.
Okay, so Ashok sir, this was my problem initially because even my mother had heart issues. She had rheumatic heart disease, rheumatism in the heart. So that's a big thing. So when I first suggested her or advised her to practice meditation, she stood up like a wall. And I started feeling defensive that I was suggesting her to do something good which will help her, but she was not taking it. But later I understood advices will not help us in any way. First of all, I need to understand her state of mind. I need to understand her level of understanding. I need to accept her as she is. I started meditating. I saw changes in my own body, and she also saw me meditating regularly. Later, I didn't call her to sit for meditation. She came with me and sat with me to meditate. So accept people as they are and keep doing your practices. Changes will happen.
Thank you, Pruthvi.
Thank you so much.
So much.
I got my confusion are totally removed. Thank you so much. Thank you,
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ashok sir. Thank you, Pruthvi. There are two questions. I believe they are related to one person. It's basically they are asking their whole family members previously, like 3 generations, are having back pain, backbone problems. How to remove these DNA problems or how to get rid of these back pain problems.
Yeah, I just told about it. If you believe it's a lineage, it is carried in the DNA, that is again a belief. You are carrying and you will carry it for your next generation also. It is your choice right now that you take up saying that I will not carry this belief anymore. And you create your own reality. Make it happen right now from your generation. So you have to see it. Usually, we have this tendency to run away from the pains, to run away from the unpleasant experiences, and we crave for pleasant experiences, the pleasures. Buddha very clearly tells us to see things as they are impermanent. Change is inevitable. If you think the back pain is going to be permanent, that is how it is going to be in your reality. But the law of nature is change is inevitable. You need to understand that nothing is permanent. Unpleasant thing, the pain that you're experiencing will pass. It will not stay with you forever. So know this impermanence and change your reality as you want it. Don't carry this to the next generation.
Thank you, Pruthvi. I think those are the questions which we have. I know. I just want to add on to what Pruthvi is saying because, there is Madhavi. Yeah, Madhavi, please unmute yourself. Yeah, go ahead, Madhavi.
Yeah, hi, Pruthvi. A beautiful session. It's really amazing, like how neatly you have designed the thought process of how we go. I'm also a PSSM master. Once, regarding the acceptance is the question, right? When I went to a Zen center, there was a very good discussion that we had. We as PSSM masters, we talk about acceptance. And there, she talked about, rather than accepting, she said, acknowledge, right? So there is a lot of difference between acceptance and acknowledgement. So, it is more like when you accept, that means that you're accepting the situation that you are in. And when you acknowledge whatever situation you are in, you're not accepting, but you're acknowledging. So that kind of raised, like a dilemma for me. When you accept things, that means that you're accepting the reality that is there with you. Like you create your own reality. If you think about that kind of part, then, it is more like, it's when you're accepting, that means that you are creating that reality. But when it comes to acknowledging, there is a situation there, but you're not accepting it. So, thought like, wanted to know what your view about this one.
Yeah, I totally agree. And thank you for bringing that word acknowledgement. This is my personal view about it. Acceptance will help us to let go of things easily, is what I feel. Acknowledgement is something that we need to add a positive, glasses to it and see it. But acceptance is to see it as it is.
I agree with you on that, to see it as it is. But when you see it as it is, that means that you're accepting the situation that you are in. That means that you're creating your own reality, right? I mean, like, that is what you're accepting. So that situation will be there for you forever. So, there is a very minute meaning to it. I thought, I'll just get it up for discussion. So that was been lingering in my mind for a long time.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Thanks.
Thank you, Madhavi Garu. Is anyone else have any other questions? If not, yeah, we are done for today. Thank you once again. Thank you once again, Pruthvi. Thank you once again, Srijana, Jansi, and Rishank for giving a wonderful, for making this session wonderful. So thank you once again. Thank you all. See you all again tomorrow, same time, and have a wonderful day. Thank you.